A brief announcement has shaken millions of hearts around the world. BTS's Jin is scheduled to hold a concert in Amsterdam. This information, which at first sounded like a routine part of a solo tour, has instead turned into fuel for major speculation. Is this a signal of BTS's return? That question arises not without reason. BTS is currently in a hiatus from group activities due to mandatory military service obligations and a focus on individual projects. For more than 2 years, fans have only been able to piece together fragments of information from social media posts, short interviews, or personal messages on community platforms. Now, news of Jin choosing Amsterdam as one of his performance stops has triggered interpretations far beyond a mere musical agenda. What makes this news even more interesting is the timing and location. Amsterdam is not a city often used as the main stage for large-scale K-pop concerts. This choice was immediately seen by some armies as a neutral strategy, avoiding the symbolic spotlight of major cities such as Seoul, New York, or London. The theory emerged that Amsterdam could be a safe location for a surprise moment, including the possibility of a reunion. Speculation intensified after the organizers released the official concert poster. The design was simple, but at the bottom there was a short sentence in Korean that read, "Do you also miss us?" The use of the word "us" immediately sparked heated debate. Many felt that, for a solo concert, the term was too inclusive, as if Jin was speaking on behalf of BTS as a whole. Korean entertainment media began to highlight this development. Several columnists reminded that BTS has a history of leaving codes or hidden messages for ARMY at various events. From stage color choices, song arrangements, to visual elements, all have been used to convey deeper meaning. It's not impossible that Amsterdam will become a symbolic stage for BTS, wrote one music journalist in Seoul on social media. A wave of fandom conspiracy theories emerged immediately. Several fan accounts uploaded photos they claimed as evidence that other members were preparing something. Some compared the posting patterns of the members' Instagram accounts, finding similarities in themes and colors in recent days. Even one post from V showing a canal background was directly linked to Amsterdam's iconic imagery, although the time and location of the photo have not been verified. Ticket sales for Jin's Amsterdam concert also added fuel to the speculation. In less than an hour, tickets were sold out. Interestingly, the number of buyers from outside Europe was very large, including from South Korea, Japan, and the United States. If it were only for a solo concert, the interest would already be extraordinary. But this time the enthusiasm feels different, as if people don't want to miss a historic moment, said one European concert promoter who declined to be named. Some international music analysts tried to temper expectations. They reminded that Jin is currently still in the promotion stage for his solo album, so the Amsterdam concert is most likely just part of that agenda. However, the cautious tone they used was actually seen by some fans as a tactic to keep a secret. Several technical details of the concert also began to be discussed. In a technical list leaked to the public, there was a special stage session whose content had not been revealed. Many guessed that this would be the moment when other BTS members would appear, either directly on stage, by a screen, or even through a recorded message. This suspicion was reinforced by BTS's habit of delivering big surprises at unexpected moments, such as when they announced a new album at the end of their world tour concert a few years ago. From a symbolic point of view, the Amsterdam concert date also sparked interpretation. The schedule is close to the anniversary of BTS's debut, which has always been an emotional moment for the group and ARMY. They understand that every date has emotional weight for the fandom. So it's hard to believe this is just a coincidence, wrote one senior fan account on Twitter. Although there has been no official confirmation, the aura of anticipation now envelopes the global ARMY community. Discussion groups and online forums are filled with theories, analyses, and even setlist predictions. Analysis videos on YouTube dissecting the concert poster, font choices, and background colors have been watched millions of times. Some even made special countdowns to the big day, as if what was about to happen was a historic event. However, there are also not a few who try to hold back. They reminded that building expectations too high can lead to disappointment. We all miss BTS performing together, but we also have to appreciate their solo work. Jin may just want to give his best concert as an individual, wrote an International Army Forum moderator. Whatever happens in Amsterdam later, one thing is certain: Jin has managed to create an extraordinary wave of enthusiasm before even a single note is played. Whether it is just a solo concert with a personal touch or the beginning of a new chapter in BTS's journey, this moment has proven the strength of their appeal and influence. And until that day comes, every word, symbol, and gesture associated with this concert will continue to be dissected and analyzed. Amsterdam has never felt this close to millions of hearts around the world, not because of distance, but because of such great hope. The wave of news about Jin's planned concert in Amsterdam has sparked more than just musical anticipation. Is this truly an opportunity for a reunion, or merely a marketing strategy designed to attract attention? This question should be the basis of every discussion, not just emotion. Are we looking at facts, or are we part of a carefully crafted narrative to get clicks? Before we get carried away with theories and symbolic signs, it is important to remember, most of the information circulating now comes from TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and several other channels that often mix substantial analysis with speculation. Aren't these platforms also known for rapid virality that sometimes sacrifices truth? How much value does evidence have if its source is a short video clip or an easily manipulated post? Let's deconstruct the main claims circulating. The use of the word "us" on the poster, the members' social media posting patterns, alleged silhouettes in the backstage area, and aesthetic elements considered codes. Are these pieces of evidence enough to conclude a reunion, or are they merely logical patterns reshaped by collective hope? Every small piece of evidence deserves critical analysis. Has there been any independent source confirming it, or do they all originate from one post that is then repeated over and over? Have we ever considered that symbolic interpretation is often retrospective, meaning we interpret patterns after we very much want to find a message? Isn't this a common phenomenon in fandom culture where meaning is produced not only by the artist, but by a community hungry for narrative? If so, who benefits most from that narrative? Fans seeking hope, media seeking engagement, or parties wanting to monetize the buzz? On the other hand, absolute skepticism is also dangerous. Rejecting all possibilities without strong evidence is the same as closing the door to legitimate artistic surprises. So, how do we balance hope and skepticism? Isn't the best method to request layered verification, confirmation from organizers, official management statements, and authentic visual/audio evidence? A provocative question. Do we want to believe a reunion is possible because it gives us emotional comfort, not because there is strong evidence? If our answer is yes, what are the implications for the quality of our critique of popular information? Does emotional hope make us more vulnerable to hoaxes designed to provoke reactions? To encourage more constructive discussion, challenge yourself to do the following. Check the first source that published the claim. Compare several credible sources. Look for official statements from the agency or promoter, and avoid sharing content before it is verified. Are you willing to refrain from retweeting or sharing when the evidence is still thin? To help readers conduct initial verification, is there an official announcement on major ticket promoter websites or a press release from the agency? Check technical details, promoter contact numbers, verified social media accounts, and ticket information. Shouldn't such evidence be easily traceable if the claim is valid? Watch for signs of digital manipulation. Do the circulating photos or videos have suspicious metadata, or are they just short clips without the original source? In the era of deepfakes, independent verification by audio/visual experts or credible witnesses is key. Are we willing to accept claims without technical examination? If this claim turns out to be a publicity stunt, who benefits the most and who is harmed? Fans, media, or commercial parties? Isn't transparency an ethical obligation when collective hope is at stake? We invite you to participate. What strong indicators would make you believe a reunion is really happening? Write your opinion, include verifiable sources, and invite evidence-based discussion. Are we ready to be a community that prioritizes verification over sensation? Thank you. Is skepticism a form of love for the truth, or a barrier to collective happiness?